Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutation to all Archeans pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to all you Aquats being obedient unto your husband. This here again is your brother Yassad from the Trinidad GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp. Back at you with another lesson. We'll net edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. So, well, this video here would be going along the aspects of, the destruction, right, shall be the end of this times, right, and the beginning of immortality for to come. So right now, the ones that are ruling are the wicked, pursuant to Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Which we numerous time rectify and prove with scriptures, which that being Esau Edom, the so-called white man being in rulership, which is also known as the border of wickedness, according to Malachi 1 and verse 4, right? So the day of doom will not be the end of this time, right, and the beginning of immortality for to come, right? So I will bring out this precept here and bring out a couple precepts and kick it off. So here it is, 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, right? So the day of doom, as we all know, going into what? Well, it actually literally speaking upon the destruction to come, right? Because doom, when you go into the word Salakia, it goes into judgment, and this is the perfect word, right? Salakia, yeah, judgment. So because we know judgment coming onto the whole earth, right? But mostly for the wicked, understand? Judgment is coming here to render the yeah, it is all to render judgment upon the wicked. So due to that, the destruction of the wicked, it is gonna bring in the kingdom of heaven, right? Because Jake would be given immortality in the kingdom to come. So I will say, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of immortality for to come, when corruption is past. Yeah, and this whole earth is as the scripture said, the whole earth is out of course. My God, that. I think that is Psalms 78, somewhere around there. Look for it. But just search it up. And the book of Psalms is 82. Salakia. The book of Psalms chapter 82 and verse 5. It said, they know not, neither will they understand. they walk on in darkness, right? And this is you, Esau, Edom. You all walking on into darkness. You are the one dealing with the left hand side, and all your witchcraft on another level. You know, it say all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Reason being because why? As the scriptures say, you know, when the wicked is in rulership, the people mourn. And not only the people mourning, but also the whole earth, the whole in the earth, the trees, all these things, it being out of course. You know, look for instance with how the devil literally attacking and cutting down all these trees, you know, to build the cities and destroying nature. You know, look at all these chemtrails being thrown into the air. You know, so hey, that's why the scripture say you use that Esau Edom. You know, I think there's Habakkuk too. See that? Yeah, it's a ye also because he transgressed by wine, he's a proud man. Neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And this is you, Esau Edom, but gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people. And that is it, you all have all these nations under you. You know, you have them benefiting under you. You know, and a major way, as we see in the Psalms 83, you being first on the list. You know, with being confederate against Israel. To cut off the name of Israel, that it may no more be in remembrance. Hey, your time is up. This destruction here is gonna take your kingdom off the map. Right, as it say in the book of Job here. Right, Job chapter 20 and start at 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? So your time being in your glee, having that luxurious life, you know, being untouched, eating the best, wearing the best, you know, standing on top of the world, you know, you in your proud time, you know, as I say, you know, they're looking to be like the Most High. They exalt the self above the stars, which is the Israelites. Let's see. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Because with the destruction that right there is gonna be your kingdom crumbling down, and the establishing a Jacob kingdom under righteousness and immortality. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and in order for Esau's kingdom to fall, all empire falls with war, battle, with a destruction. You know? So the day of doom, right, is gonna be the end of 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 your time. End of the time of the wicked. It says for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that fall with. Right back at the 7 and 43. Let's see. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for to come, when corruption is past, intemperance is at end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, or infidelity going into adultery. You know, well, literally all the wickedness being cut off. You know, all the transgressions gonna be done away with. Righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up. You know, yeah, truth gonna be sprung up. Hey, let me read 2 7 and verse 30 to the 34. It said, but judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. Yeah, because again, you know, he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. You know, we having a belief in this faith is one of the most important thing in this truth. Having that faith. It says, and faith shall wax strong, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be shewed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. Yeah, the wicked deeds is not gonna bear no rule in the kingdom of heaven, because it's gonna just be dwelt upon righteousness. I'm gonna get the second Peter 3. I'll start at verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens, as meaning the rulership, you know, and Esau Edom is in rulership right now. The revived Roman Empire, they controlling, you know, the revived Roman Empire. This is their empire, you know. Let's see. And the heaven shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And this is when the ICBM missiles being struck. It said the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Yeah. Seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and holiness? And this directs to us in this truth. Right, jumping now, it says verse 12, looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Yeah, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Because the kingdom of heaven to come is gonna just be totally righteousness. No no corrupt thing can enter. You know, no unclean thing not gonna enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right? The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and 15, it says, It says, for righteousness is immortal. Righteousness is immortal. And that's why the elect not going to be found, they're going to be found without guile, with being blameless, you know. But in order for them to do that is by what? By keeping the laws of Yahweh Shemir Shai, because the scripture said thy law is a everlasting, um thy law is everlasting. So like, the book of Psalms, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Yeah, per precept, you know. The scripture say in Romans, let the righteous, no, let the just be just still. Right, let me see if I find it. The book of Revelation, I think is 22 or 20. Right, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is, he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. Yeah. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Yeah, because righteousness going and be established forever. You know? Remember the book of so much scripture to do. The book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 21. And that righteousness would only be found in Jacob. It said, thy people also shall all be righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the works of my hands, that I may be glorified. Yeah, pa. And this refers unto the Israelites. Because in kingdom of heaven, you know, all Israel going and come back. You know, Isaiah 45 and 17, it says Israel going to receive with an everlasting covenant. Understand? Eventually all Israel gonna come back into the kingdom of heaven, and they all gonna be righteous. You know, they will come back to the loins of the elect. The 144,000 men. Right? So basically the destruction that coming is the fall of your kingdom, Esau Edom, into the setting up a Jacob, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that fall with. Right? Look at the book of Psalms chapter 37 and verse 28. It says, for the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever. So the saints of the Lord gonna be preserved forever. You know? Hey, just as Daniel said, the saints shall possess the kingdom. And that is what's gonna take place when that great day of doom, that great judgment be brought forth. You know? It is the beginning of the setting up a righteousness in rulership. You know? Starting with the elect. Let's say they are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. You know? Look at Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 25. It says that as the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more. And that whirlwind goes into the thermal nuclear fire. Let's say, as the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more. But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. Yapa. Alright, let me get the book, let's see here, the book of Psalms chapter 7. Yeah, and this here, I believe, is one of the prayer of David. Right. Got Psalm chapter 7 and verse 9. Yeah, it's, well, I'll read one. Shegion of David, which he sang unto the Lord, concerning the words of Cush the Benjamite. O Lord, my power, indeed do I put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me and deliver me. I jump down to verse 9 where the point is. It says, O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, and it surely shall come to an end with the destruction. You know, I mean, hey, all these prophecies that we see taking place here, you know, and is quickly about to be executed. This here is the whole downfall at this wicked kingdom, you know, and that is why the elites, they are actually scared, you know. They trying everything possible to stop the prophecies, but hey, they can't, you know. As it say, do it tarry, wait on it, you know. And hey, none of the words of Yahweh Shem shall gonna return void unto him. So it shall happen, you know. Your destruction is predestined, and the salvation of Israel is also predestined. It say, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. And this is what's gonna be gonna take place. But establish the just for the righteous. Yahweh tried the hearts and reins. Yeah. And hey, when the elect gonna be tried in the fire, right? And they gonna be found worthy, you know, to inherit the kingdom of heaven. But again, as the scripture say in Acts 22 and let's see if I feel like, yeah. 14:22. It's confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, it's just yapa, because I mean, we all had to go through our trials in this thing, but he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Right? Yeah. The book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 1. Because this lines up perfectly with the destruction you know, being the end of this time. It said, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. You know, so you Esau, Edom, which be in the border of wickedness, you all gonna be stubble. And 2/3 are Israel, same way as well, because you all take pattern after the same spirit that Esau, Edom. You're like, your father, the devil, as the scripture say. So you all gonna face the judgment same way. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh, power of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, no way to escape. It said, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as the calves of the stork, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet, in the day that I shall do this, saith Yahweh, power of hosts. Yeah, because when Jake being established and set up in rulership, having immortality, you know, you heathens are gonna be under Jake foot back into your right, mindset. I'll bring out that Isaiah 14 just now. I have a scripture here to bring out. Where is it? Scripture seem to bring out. Right. In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Right, where it says, let's see what I'll start at. Start at verse. Right, I'm gonna start at 50. It says, 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. And that is one point, because in this flesh, they say is just mortal flesh. You understand? How there's no immortality in this flesh. It's now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven. Because take an instance, a pin chuck you, you're going and bleed. There's a lot of infirmities in this flesh. There's get sicknesses and diseases in this flesh. I'd say that flesh and blood can't inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither that corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery, we shall all not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For the corruptible must put on incorruption. So the dead, right, that die in Yahweh shall be raised incorruptible, and we gonna be changed. We're not gonna be in this mortal flesh no more. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. And that is what is going to take place in the kingdom of heaven. Understand? Israel gonna be immortals. The whole house of Israel gonna be immortals, as it's saying in Isaiah 60 and 21. So when this corruption shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall put on immortal. Then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Can't. I'll bring out here the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. And 1 it says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So Jacob being set back up into their rulership, right? Is us into the kingdom of heaven. Because right now, look at it, Jake is to the bottom of the chain. Jake being the tail. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, being the head, and these other nations that reaping the benefits. Let's say, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. We're gonna take you heathens to our place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day shall the Lord give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. And it is so nice. This year is the kingdom of heaven. But in order for the kingdom of heaven to come, this destruction must take place. This great judgment must be brought forth. So like, yeah. Right. So I'll bring on 1 or 2 scriptures to close off. The second is just chapter 7 and 15. It said, now therefore why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man, and why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Right? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? And there is a question mark. Because why? We ought not to focus on the things that is present, but we ought to focus upon working towards the kingdom of heaven, where we're gonna dwell righteousness, where we're gonna be immortal, where we don't have the hunger no more, and go through none of this mental slavery no more. Let's see. Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous shall inherit these things. So the righteous gonna inherit the kingdom of heaven and immortality. And as the scriptures say, we can't imagine the things that the Lord have for the righteous. That's roughly paraphrasing. No, I have never seen, no ear heard the gifts that the Lord had prepared for them that love Him. It says, but that the ungodly should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. Mm-hmm. And that why going into the the, the things that come along with the kingdom. I have one. Mm-hmm. Immortality. Having rulership, being in rulership, having nations under you, all these lovely things. Right, I'll close off with these two last scriptures. Zephaniah 4, 1 and 14. It say, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and he hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry bitterly. Yeah, because the times that is about to come, you know, the the M to the O to the T to the B gonna be out soon. We then have a lot of plagues upon the face of the earth. Famine, death taking place. I mean, yeah, the mighty man will then cry bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, and a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of trumpet and alarm against the fenced city and against the high towers. Yeah. It's gonna be a dreadful day. You know, so Colossians chapter 3 and verse 3. I'll close off with that Colossians, but first let me get book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 from 27. It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Yeah, because look at the times that we're living in. You know, some evil and perilous times. The hearts are many waxing cold. You know, this evil spirits just jumping on persons, and they just going and killing 10 and 20. Hey, it's just the time of spirits of vengeance being unleashed. But hey, it say the evil shall be put out, and the deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Yeah, so the truth going and stand and be declared in kingdom of heaven. Right? Hey, I'm gonna close off with this Colossians chapter 3 and 3, where it says, 3 and verse 2. Right? Set your affection on things above. Yeah, let me start at 1. That's it. If ye then be risen with Yahushai, seek those things which are above, where Yahushai sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushai in Yahweh. Yeah, so we have to focus upon the heavenly things, because we know these fleshly and earthly things is soon about to vanish away. You know, as it said, this current world is about to vanish away. So we ought to focus on the world to come. You know, the heavenly things. Well, I hope this video was edifying. Again, shalom to all the Archiums. Double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.